Writing his life down like this has been like looking at himself in the mirror for hours, and he's realized he regrets not having been a better father for his children and having put them in these tricky situations. Val, however, doesn't agree and tells her she considers him the best dad in the world. Now in a better mood, Giovanni joins the party, only to get irritated again when the neighbors start trying to teach him how to start a grill fire. Giovanni imagines all the ways he could torture them for being rude, but thankfully, before he can do anything stupid, he's interrupted by the recently arrived Stansfield. The two men talk in private, and Stansfield informs Giovanni that people in the White House are worried about this book he's writing because it could get many people in trouble, but Giovanni promises he's doing it for himself and doesn't plan to release it to the public. He also tells him that Giovanni snitching on Lucchese has been the best advertising the FBI has ever had, and nowadays, more and more members from Giovanni's old mafia gang are giving up information in exchange for protection in order to live a safer life. At the end of the party, Belle is disappointed that Henri didn't show up. The following day, Giovanni goes to see the mayor to discuss the brown water problem. The man doesn't have a solution though, and Giovanni imagines himself beating him up for it before leaving the office without creating any kind of trouble. Next, he visits the water company, where he confirms the water already arrives dirty to their reserves, and one of the workers there gives him a clue behind the cause, a local fertilizer factory. Giovanni visits that factory next, and when the boss proves to be unhelpful and rude, Giovanni ties him to the back of his car and drags him down the road until he's ready to confess. The man explains to him how to find the turbine he must deactivate to get clean water, and now that he has the information he needs, Giovanni leaves him in the middle of the road with his bike after promising to cut his balls if he ever tells anyone what happened. When he returns home, he finds Stansfield reading his manuscript, who quite likes it but still scolds Giovanni for writing it in the first place. Meanwhile, Maggie continues to visit the church, and the priest manages to convince her to do a confession with him after promising her everything she tells him is confidential. The things she says are so disturbing, however, that they haunt the priest for a week and he forbids her from entering his church ever again. At school, Warren has forgotten to write something for the school paper as he had promised, so